What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Mark? Alan, QF, Shark, what's up, Bob? Hope, Marty, what's good? What's going on, guys? Good to see you. It is Stock Watch Sunday. Who's ready to get the week started, huh? It's gonna be a short week in the trading world. If you guys haven't heard, Thanksgiving is on its way, and so the stock market will be closed on Thursday. And so usually when you have holidays in the middle of the weeks like this, especially around Thanksgiving, Christmas, what have you, it's going to be a slow trading day, pretty low volume overall, but there's going to be definitely some opportunities in the beginning of the week. We'll take a look at that. And I'm also going to get your opinion on the new CyberTruck by Tesla. So you guys saw that I put out a video on that on Friday. We're going to get into that, but first, let me welcome you to this channel. Hi, my name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos. And you're here at Stock Watch Sunday, every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I go live, go over all the top stocks that I'm watching throughout the week and how I plan to trade them. And yeah, so if I earn, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if I earn your subscription, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll get notified every time I put a video out. Monday through Friday, I put out a video pretty daily, and then Sundays, as you are watching this, Sundays is where I go live again at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So as I'm letting some people roll in here, let me welcome them in. Nathan, what's going on? Rural Dad, what's up? What's up? I didn't say I was buying it. I'm saying, should I buy it? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Joe? Good to see you, man. Ryan. So, yeah. So let's talk about it a little bit. So the CyberTruck, let me, actually I'll share my screen with you real quick and kind of show this to you. So, if you guys, I'm just going to share my screen here with you. So I pulled up the Tesla website, and actually, so obviously I think what everybody's first impressions were when this thing got rolled out onto the, floor was like, what the hell is this? I mean, I could literally draw this design. I could literally draw this design. I even pulled up some of the memes that were being made. You can see some of these memes are freaking hilarious. This is probably my favorite one, this Elon Age 4. You could do one with Pixar. Somebody actually put like a Back to the Future on the back of this one. Some of them are pretty hilarious, I gotta say. Some are super freaking funny. But one thing that caught my eye on this was this right here. Now, I'm like an outdoorsy person. I love to be outside. I love to go camping. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I love to go camping, but this kind of caught my eye. This piqued my interest a little bit. Being able to add like a camping type feature. Obviously, all the other features that come with it are pretty awesome as well. But my thing is with it is like, yeah, it's ugly, but like all the other stuff that comes with it is super freaking cool. So it's like, it's cheap enough. It has all this cool stuff. But here's the thing. I think they're going to change a lot about it. I think that, the reveal here told a lot to Tesla, told a lot to Elon. And, there have been changes that have been made to all of the reveals that they've had. And I think that this one's going to be right up there. They're obviously going to have to change the steering wheel. They're going to have to change the dashboard. The dashboard can't be that cool marble color. It has to be black. It has to have mirrors. It's got to have a lot of other things on it. So it's not, I think, what we're seeing of the Cybertruck is more or less like a concept vehicle. We see concepts all the time, and then they're never exactly how they were as the concept. So I don't think that this is going to be exactly what we see in the production version of the Cybertruck. I'm sure it'll still resemble what we're looking at here, and the features on it are going to be awesome. I don't think they're going anywhere. But the unfortunate thing is that in America, we still have to have side view mirrors. Now in Europe, it's a little bit different. So if they have cameras that they can then see them in the onboard, in the dash and stuff like that in Europe, those are legal, but they're not legal here in the US yet. So they're going to have to figure out a way to put mirrors on this thing. So it's going to be interesting. Should I buy it? I'm still on the fence about it. Everybody that I've talked to, like when they've seen this, when it first came out, they're all like, what the hell? What is this? And I'm still kind of like, what is this? But as people are like letting this kind of like simmer, and it's more like, well, it's kind of growing on me. In certain ways, it kind of looks like one of those rally trucks, one of those off-road rally trucks. I don't know. Will I buy it? I'm still undecided. Should I buy it? We'll see. But there's so many good things about it. The 500-mile range on it. There's a lot of good stuff. And this is coming from somebody who drives a Rubicon Jeep. I'm a avid Jeep owner. I love Jeep. I love everything about them. I've had 3 Jeeps in my lifetime. And so I'm a huge Jeep person. So when this came out, I was kind of like, I'm not really all that crazy about it. But obviously it's going to blow all the other like pickup trucks away. The only other thing is that if you're going to design a pickup truck, make sure you're going to design a pickup truck that people actually use pickup trucks for too. That was my other gripe with it. But, you know, the thing of it is like, this probably appeals to more people who like to buy Ford Raptors or some kind of sport truck. This doesn't seem like to me something that like I would see working out on the farm or see, I don't know, working out like and doing actual work stuff. You know, I could be wrong. People might end up, showing up with them as an actual work truck, but I just don't see that just yet. I'm not sure how many people that would actually appeal to, given how many people actually use trucks for a living and that sort of thing. So we'll see. Let me see what you guys are saying about it. Artists. Oh, Quick Fox. Yeah. Black is much better. Yeah, I like the black too, honestly. The black does look a lot better. Yeah, that's true. So actually like Tesla. I'm actually in the market for a Tesla, and then this thing came out, and I'm like, ugh. So, 146K order. Yeah, we're going to talk about that actually. Yeah, the mirrors are missing. Yep. You certainly can't put a 5th wheel on the back of that. No, that's for sure. Andrew, absolutely. Yeah, if you get pulled up on a job site, on a construction site, can you imagine? And you certainly can't get a ladder on top of that thing either. So, I think the plumbers and most of your trade workers are going to be out on that. So, that's a good question too, Marty. I'd be curious what the towing range is as well, as far as the battery is concerned. That's a really good question that I actually haven't done a whole lot of research on as far as that's concerned. But that would be something that I definitely would be asking for sure. All right, let's get to it. I think we've had enough people roll in here. So if you guys aren't familiar with how things roll on Stockwatch Sunday, so Own the Chaos was born and bred on over-the-counter penny stocks. I love the OTC. It's been a tough go in the OTC as of recently. There's people out there that like to think that it's not. It is. It's not been good. The OTC has not been good. Volume has been down considerably, and I'm not just talking about OTC QX, QBs, anything like that. All across the board, it's been tough. This straight down crap is not for me. But there are a very select few. It's just you have to be more selective on the ones that you're looking at. So I'm going to cover a few of the OTC penny stocks that I'm watching this week. Some of them are repeats from last week. There's a couple new ones, or a new one, and then I'll go over to the big board stocks. And so, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I usually am like gung ho, all or nothing on OTCs. But since the market's been so slow, we need to find some other alternatives. And the market is doing so well. The major markets are doing so well. So at this point in time, it's like just follow the money. You know, the market's seeing higher highs, and so we're following the money. We're making decent trades over there to make major markets as well. You guys have seen that. KRTX this week was a monster. Plenty of other ones over in the NASDAQ space that have been working out very, very well for a lot of us folks. So, let me go ahead and switch back over here, and I will bring you over to WeTrade HQ. So if you guys are new, never been to WeTrade HQ before, this is the platform that I built with my partner Jake. It's absolutely free to be a part of WeTrade HQ. So you can come here, do technical analysis right here on our TradingView charts. If you guys aren't familiar with TradingView, TradingView has probably the best charting out there. So if you want to do technical analysis, make sure that you go to TradingView.com if you want to do that, or you could just go to WeTrade HQ and do it right here. And then what's better about WeTrade HQ is that you actually have a forum here. So lots of people that you can talk to about your favorite tickers. And then you can also check out all the details of this stock as well. And again, this is all absolutely free. For any of you iHubbers out there, why are you still paying for iHub to post about your favorite ticker? Come to WeTrade HQ. It's a way better environment. It's a way better platform, and it's freaking free. Stop paying to post. That's all I'll say about that. All right, so FELPU. This is one that I'm still very bullish on. It has really done well. It's held very well from coming from its lows, and I think that we still see a nice movement from FELPU. Going to the 1 hour chart, you can see that it's held very nicely up above 09. So I think 09 is going to be another really good support for this. And so this looks like it could continue. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with FELPU, this got delisted. And one of the bigger reasons it got delisted was because it delayed their dividends. So when they delay their dividends, that's what caused this to kind of crash big time. But the thing of it is that this is priced at 10 cents right now. There's a lot of shells out there that have no businesses that people pump up on BS that is priced more than 10 cents. This has billions of dollars in assets. What are we doing? Billions of dollars of assets, millions in revenue. This doesn't belong at 10 cents. The share structure is actually very, very good. Looking at share structure, floats around 22 million. I still think that this is at a low price here. Came from 2.5 cents and then starting to work its way back up. So I think that, the real hard resistance here is going to be up in the 20-cent area. So I'm looking for another move up to about 20 cents or so, and then seeing if it can break that 20-cent resistance. So right now, obviously, it's at 10 cents. That's where it closed out on Friday. But I think that if it can break up above 19 to 20 cents, that this thing could definitely really get a move on from where it came from. So most of the folks that were within my morning mentorship or are in my morning mentorship that have gotten into this in 2.5, 3.5 cent range, most of them are on free shares at this point. But it's still, I still think that it's very low priced here. I still think it's at a fair price, especially in the 09, 10 cent range. I think it continues here. You can see that the sentiment here for WeTrade HQ users is a buy. So take a look at it. This thing is it's crazy how undervalued this is given the actual valuation of this company. It's pretty unbelievable. You're all busting on me. Oh, Alan. No, you're making fun of Alan. That's fine. You can make fun of Alan. That's all right. All right. Next one's going to be FELES. FELES is the For Less group. And this has been awesome. So this is what happens when the faucet turns off. And what I mean by that is when the faucet turns off is when dilution stops, or at least ceases. So dilution eventually stopped on FELES, and that's why we continue to see a move here. No real reason to believe that dilution is going to start anytime soon just yet. So continue to keep watch on FELES. Most of our folks in our WeTrade HQ private group got in FELES nice and low. Shout out to Once Broke Mama for giving us the heads up on this at 0008. And so obviously it's doubled since then, and looking for a nice continuation here. It's made a nice little channel on a 30-minute chart between a 13 and 0017. So I'm looking for it to break out of this channel. I think it does, as long as dilution stays away. So for any of you folks looking at FELES, make sure that you're taking a look at that and seeing if dilution. Definitely want to check out your level 2, see if there's any dilutive market makers on there that are actively starting to dump on this thing. Over the last several trading days, it has not, which is why this has continued to move up here. And looking at FELES, they came out with news, but what I want to look at right now is the share structure. Given this price point, the share structure here at 355 million is really good. Coming from the trips, that's a really, really good share structure. Usually you're used to seeing in the billions of shares in the float for a share structure that's coming out of the trips, so that's pretty decent. They also came out with news on Thursday stating that they bought the URL Auto Parts for Less in preparation to expand parts offerings across the entire automotive e-tailing space. So they're making moves. So we'll see if dilution stays away. Hopefully it does. Just make sure you keep an eye on that. If you decide to get an FELES, if dilution stays away, there's no reason to believe that this can't go much higher than where it's at right now. So keep it on your watch list. I think it's going to be worth trading and worth watching. Bo show. I'm just picking on you, Alan. I'm just picking on you. We love it. We love Steph. Yeah, absolutely. We love her. Okay. All right, moving on to the next one. SPES. This is another one that has visited Stockwatch Sunday before. The hype around this potential merger is still here. It actually bottomed out earlier in the week at 0015, and looks like it's continuing to go up to this resistance around 0022. I really would like to see this go up above 0022. Now, you guys, I've already talked about SPES and the due diligence that's around it. So if you want to go watch the previous Stockwatch Sundays, go do that. I've talked about SPES at length, but I just wanted to touch on this, that I still think that this could definitely make a nice bullish move as long as those merger rumors end up being true. Here's the thing, and I get a lot of crap from people that, when things don't work out the way that we expected them to or that we wanted them to. The thing is with rumors is that it's just that. It's a rumor, okay? So if this rumor goes true, I always go back to CMGO because I've talked about CMGO ad nauseum about what could happen and what the expectations were. So with SPES, if this merger goes through, that's worth billions of over $1 billion, $1 billion company. If this goes through, then the price point of SPES will go nuts. Okay. If the rumor comes out and it's not true, and it's not the intended company that everybody thought it was going to be, it's not going to be pretty for SPES. So just keep that in mind, and and understand that right now we're just basing this off of rumors that the potential company is worth, in the $1 billion range. There's a lot of instances where it could be too good to be true, and I'm not ready to pull the trigger and say yes, this is for sure a thing. It's just there's a lot of signs pointing in that direction. But again, make sure that you're covering your butt on this, and that you're not risking something that you can't afford to lose. Because SPES, if it is true, it'll go crazy. We'll go into the pennies, and it'll be nuts. But if it's not, it'll be a rough ride. So just be on the lookout for that. I always like to try to give a little bit of a disclaimer in there that, like, I'm not saying that this is going to go crazy, but if all those rumors end up being true, it will go crazy. So just be on the lookout for that as far as SPES is concerned, and you'll be all right. So those are the three that I'm watching as far as OTC penny stocks are concerned. I just wanted to pause here, check in with you guys. Yeah. I like Blade Runner. You should keep it. I like it. LLKKF. All right, we can take a look at that one. All right. There's a couple of other ones that people were asking about. ACRL. ACRL has been one that's been pumped for so long. I think there's just a lot of bags stuck in ACRL. So for it to really move, it's going to have to come out with something crazy. So ACRL, I'm not exactly crazy about. Here's the thing. You see something like ACRL that's all over Twitter. People are pumping the crap out of it. It's because they're trying to get out. They're probably already baggy as it is. And it is what it is. I'm not trying to bash it. It's just, what other information on ACRL can we have that we don't already have? The thing of it is that if you're seeing it all over Twitter, if you're seeing it all over your chat room, your favorite chat room, chances are all those people have already bought into it. So that means that you're going to be buying in after everybody else, right? So not a good idea, not a good thing to do. So ACRL, while maybe it ends up moving, the fact of the matter is that there's so many people that are probably either stuck in it or bag holding it at this point in time that getting in right now doesn't seem like it's the greatest idea. So that's my opinion on that. Okay. So a couple things that I wanted to address before we get on to the big board stuff. And keep the tickers coming. If you guys have any more questions about tickers, I'll be happy to go back to them at the end of the live stream. But before we move forward, I would like to turn your attention over to this, which is the $14,000 funded account for TradeNet. So if you guys are newer to trading, maybe you want to have a little bit more to leverage with, TradeNet gives you the opportunity to do that. You guys have seen me talk about TradeNet for a while, so I just want to give you a reminder that this is the Black Friday sale that they're running. This runs through November 30th. So for $335, this is for first-time customers, $14,000 funded account for $335. So you'll be able to trade with $14,000, a funded account from them for $355. So go check that out. The link is actually in the description of this video. So go check the link out in the description, and you want to go check that out. The next thing I wanted to just address too is that if you are interested in being a part of the morning mentorship, the links are in the description there as well. And then I will also do this. I'm going to give you 20% off. If you want to come join the mentorship, and there's a lot of people that are in the mentorship that are in this chat right now, and they can attest to the great atmosphere that we have in the mentorship. I'll let them speak for themselves. But we'll give the promo code is going to be CyberTruck. CyberTruck, it's going to be all caps. CyberTruck is the coupon code. 20% off. Okay? 20% off if you do a CyberTruck in the coupon code right here. You'll click apply coupon after you click on the link in the description. Okay? So everybody's been asking me for a discount code or a coupon code, so I figured why not. So there you go. All right. So speaking of which, this is a good segue here. Tesla. Tesla is going to be one that I'm watching for. So because of the fact that people didn't take too kindly to the reveal of Cybertruck, Tesla stock dropped about $10 a share, came down to about 6%, and actually settled down quite nicely around the support around 330, 331, that area. So if you go back here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that it held pretty well in that area. So I'm looking for it actually to buy anything that would be above 331 right now. I would go bullish on Tesla. I'm looking to go bullish on Tesla come Monday because of this. So Tesla must test 187,000 Cybertruck orders just 2 days after reveal. Now here's the thing. I think that this is going to move because of this, but my personal opinion about this is that there was a $100 deposit. Okay. I saw people all over Twitter or all over YouTube saying, oh, hey, guess what? I ordered my $70,000 Tesla, but I only had to put a $100 deposit on, which is ridiculous. I think it's kind of crazy. But when people put deposits on the Model 3, most of them bought. I would say most of them bought. The difference is that when people put the deposit on the Model 3, it was a $1,000 deposit, which means that if you put $1,000 on something, you're probably pretty committed to buying that. $100, I mean, I could order 10 of these things for $100 a pop. So I don't know if it really has that much meaning to it if it's a $100 order versus $1,000. It is what and it's fully refundable. If I decide next week that I don't want to buy the Cybertruck anymore, then I can just pull my money and it's fine. So I don't know if I would put too much into it, but the hype is real on this thing. So I think that it definitely ends up making a move and that we start to see a nice turn up, other than the fact that the chart looks really good for a bounce here on Tesla, given, there's all kinds of factors that make stocks run, right? And so I think the fact that that's happening, that people will start to buy this up even more. Maybe we start to see a move back towards 360, but I like at least to try to play this gap up around 355 and see if it starts to move back up. Maybe it starts the next area of resistance. If I can get in the low 330s, next area of resistance would be around 345, and then probably up the next would be 355. So that's my plan on Tesla. I think it makes a nice little move. Still planning on trading it despite my, overall thoughts on the overreaction here. Sometimes you just got to play the reaction. All right, let me check in with you guys. All righty. Okay, next one's going to be Uber. So you guys know that I talked about Uber before and not in a not so nice way. Reason being was because they had the lockup period that ended and there was a major dump off. Since then, their CEO has bought a ton of Uber stock, and that's what's caused this to move back up. People are regaining confidence in this thing. I think that it starts to make a move up, maybe to around $31 or so. I'm looking for it to break $31. I wish I probably would have gotten in around $26 or so when I first noticed this thing starting to turn back up. This is on the daily chart here. So now I have to wait. I think that 31 $30, $31 is going to be the area where it could definitely meet a pretty serious resistance. But it really looks like it's starting to march its way up to that point. So I would look to try to see if it breaks out here. If it breaks out up over 30, 31, that's probably when I'll be making an entry and looking to probably sell along the way as it goes up to about maybe $34 being the next area that of resistance there on Uber. So people, the WeTrade HQ fam says it's a sell. I'm gonna go bullish on this. I'm gonna go against the crowd here and say that Uber is probably going to be bullish and looking for that to break up over $31, $32 per share. Okay. Everybody else seems to be thinking that this is going to be the turn here. Obviously, it's already started turning after it came all the way down here around $26. Looks to me that it's definitely set up for that. Lastly is Disney. Disney is looking fantastic. We talked about Disney before. I'm starting to use Disney Plus, and I freaking love it. And the fact of the matter is that I think that Disney Plus ends up rivaling Netflix within the next 2 years. They've already got, Verizon in their back pocket. There's a bunch of free users of Disney Plus that are on Verizon already, and it's so cheap at this point. It's nearly half the price of what Netflix is, and I think that they really start to rival them. This is going to probably break $150. You look at Netflix right now, it's at 300 some plus, which I think is really overvalued. I keep trying to find areas that I really want to short Netflix, and there's little pockets here and there that have lent itself to a good short trade. But if you look at Disney right now, this is definitely starting to look bullish. This is flagging pretty good. I think that this breaks up over 148. That seems to be the really tough spot for Disney. So I'm looking for a break up above that and for it to continue. If we can break up above Disney, there's no reason why you would want to go short on Disney right now. So I'm going to go long on this one. This coming week, if it breaks up over 148, I think we continue to see higher highs with this one and more all-time highs with Disney. It's going to be fantastic. The Disney Plus is the best idea that they could have done. It might end up being their biggest moneymaker. Of all the things that Disney does, this might end up making them a ton of money. A ton of money. So, yeah, Disney is definitely one to keep on the watch list. Look for it to break up above 148 and continue to go bullish on that bad boy. All right? Okay, so let's see here. Silverado was the worst vehicle. So, I don't know about the new ones. The older Silverados were awesome. Awesome. I have a lot of friends that had older Silverados like 95 and lower, and they were the best vehicles. The ones that had like the old 350 engines and the original 350s, they were unbreakable. Unbreakable. They were the best. What about Roku? Here's the thing about Roku, and I'll show you the chart. I'll show you the chart on Roku. Let me bring it up here. So I love to hate Roku, or maybe I didn't word that right, but like I love Roku and I hate Roku. I like Roku because it lends itself a lot of opportunities to make trades. I hate Roku because it never makes any sense as to why it's moving one way or the other. It's really unpredictable. This is a daily chart. Look how many green days this had. And not even just small green days. These were monster green days coming from 117 going all the way up to, 165? This thing is ridiculous. It's pretty insane how this moves. And it doesn't care what the market's doing. Oh, the market's having a red-ass day? Who cares? Let's just buy a Roku and send it to the moon. So where is it going to go from here? This chart is crazy looking. There's nothing here that really tells me that this is that there's not really any kind of like definitive pattern with Roku. There's a lot of trading on this thing that makes zero sense. So my first thought here is to be cautious with it, okay? But there's something to be said here potentially for this area around 160 being a area of resistance. It's already kind of come below here, dipped below here. And right now 160 is that resistance. if it can't make it above this, if it continues to get rejected, look for a decent fall on this one, and probably I would consider going short bias on this before I went long. Having said that, it is Roku and it's really unpredictable. So if it breaks above, I would say 164, 165, we continue to see new highs, and then I wouldn't be short on it anymore. Probably would continue to go long on it. But Roku is a wild animal that cannot be tamed, and every time I try to trade this thing, I screwed up. So it's been really, really tough to try to trade this. I love Roku. I like the way that it trades, the amount of opportunities that it's lent itself to make great trades. I shorted it back here in September. I shorted it, made a ton of money on Roku. Made a very great trade on this one back then. But ever since then, it's been like, what the hell's going on here? So it's been really confusing. You know, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm not the best trader that there ever was. There's things that I find value in, that I find success in, and I stick with them. I stick to those plans. I stick to those strategies. That's how I was able to do this for a living. Something like Roku really has me scratching my head all the time. So just because I'm good at what I do doesn't mean that I know everything. This is one that just really makes me scratch my head, and I really have no idea what the best way is to trade this thing. It makes me rip my hair out sometimes. All right, so there's my opinion on Roku. It's just a tough one to trade. There's a lot of easier stocks out there to trade, in my opinion, than Roku. Every once in a while, I get a wild hair, and I'm like, oh yeah, what the hell? Let's try trading it, and it never works out. So, PFMS, Big Apostle, yeah, PFMS definitely one still on the radar. Roku looking like a dirt bike track chart. Isn't that the truth? LLKKF. Blade Runner will definitely get on that one. LLKKF. We'll look at that one next. Should we buy Tesla? I already went over Tesla, so if you want to, I have this video set on demand, so you can go back and check. But I already talked about Tesla. Not going to talk about it too much more. Okay, so LLKKF. Let's take a look at that one. There it is. Boom, there we are. LLKKF, this chart doesn't look hardly like anything, but over the last couple of days, no, this isn't even the last couple of days. What are you talking about, man? I got nothing on here. I have zero. Maybe, is there anything on? Maybe it's because, oh, I can't get this connected. Daggone it. I don't see anything on the chart. Can you give me a little bit more on this Blade Runner, or no? Let's look at it, OTC markets. Let's pull that up here. This isn't on the, yeah, no, it's pink, so it's not on the grays. 506 million in the float, priced at 021. I mean, it's decent. It's halfway decent. So that setup's okay. The pink current, but I don't see anything on this chart. Am I looking at the right chart? LLKKF, yeah. What we got? What we got going on here, man? Let me scroll back up here. They want a PR rampage tonight. Oh. I got you. Dropped a shit ton of PRs. I see. Here we go. This is the story. So yeah, they have, wow, they put up a ton. Insider disclosures all came out over the weekend. Wow, nice find. Nice find here. This definitely could be one to watch for. 100% one to watch for. It hasn't been traded in God knows how long. It's just been sitting here at 021. But this one's definitely interesting. Since Friday, they've been a PR machine, putting out all kinds of filings here. They are current. All of a sudden, boom. They put out news. What in the hell? They really are trying to get attention, aren't they? Let's take a look here real quick. Now I'm curious. Here's the annual report. Let's check this out. Way to find this one, man. Nice job. Blade Runner's always crushing it, though. He is the man. Just looking through here, I don't see anything right off the bat that like makes me kind of like, you know, raise any red flags just yet. What I'd like to do is, I don't see these. I hate annual reports. Just give me a freaking 10K. Annual reports drive me crazy. Total comprehensive income for the year, $3.5 million. Total equity, okay. Total assets, 6.7 million. Doesn't look like they have, you know, convertible debt or anything like that. This could be definitely a good setup. The thing of it is, obviously, we got to see if volume shows up on this thing, but this is interesting. That is a ton of PRs and disclosures that they put out. They got news, exploration reports. This is a lot to kind of uncover, but definitely, guys, do some due diligence on this one. They sure as hell wanted some attention on this thing. Wow. I've never seen that. I've never seen a PR disclosure dump like that ever. That is interesting. That is interesting. Nice job on that, man. Nice job on that. Let me see here. All kinds of news is an understatement. That's an understatement. JA, I already talked about SPES. Definitely still like that one for sure. And my thoughts on NIO. I think NIO is in trouble. I think NIO definitely can be a little bit of a trader at times. But the thing of it is, if Tesla's moving into China, NIO is gonna be in trouble. If you guys aren't familiar with NIO, it's a Chinese electric car company. I'm sure there'll be a market for them, but NIO is going to be in a lot of trouble if they can't compete with Tesla. So it's going to be tough sled for NIO at this point. Yeah, the spread's ridiculous. Spread's ridiculous. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. That's going to do it for me. So, again, if you guys want to check out the mentorships, the link's in the description below. CyberTruck, all one word, gets you 20% off in the mentorship. And then go check out the TradeNet intro account as well if you want to go sign up for that. Heck of a deal that they have going on for Black Friday. And that is going to do it for me. Go check out WeTrade HQ. Go like this video. Give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already, guys. And thank you so much. You know what to do. As always, I will see you all before the bell. MB Smith is out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Yes. Have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you.